Hello everyone, I'm back with a new video. This is the first type of video I do like this, is the very famous trend of K-pop unpopular opinions. I imagine you all have seen a dozen videos like this, myself included, so some of these opinions may be unpopular or popular, that depends on your perspective. So let's just say they are my K-pop opinions, so please remember that it's just that. And I'm going to be most impartial as possible and give actual opinions and no hate towards the idols. Because some of these videos are rude AF, I don't see the constructive criticism there. But anyway, enough with the disclaimer. Let's begin. Number 1. Itzy is Itzy's best title track. I am kinda tired seeing all the comments saying that Itzy is their least favorite and to strongly disagree. Don't get it twisted, is still love. Dalla Dalla and Wannabe, but Itzy is that summer bop that you just couldn't skip. I admit at first listen is a lot to take in. But after a few more listens is a total earworm. I mean, the song itself has very interesting changes. The chorus is actually great and the lyrics on Region's rap part talk about humble queens. Besides, I feel this song cemented Itzy's sound, that unlike some say is not getting boring. They are young and I like that their music reflects that. Side note, I'm aware Itzy is having a comeback soon and my top may change, but until then, Itzy is that song for me by Itzy. Next, I prefer Feel Special over Fancy. Now hear me out, I loved Fancy when it came out. I was listening 24/7 when it came out and definitely song of the year. But to me Feel Special hits different. To me it was twice as official graduation to the elegant mature concept that they have wanted for so long. Besides, the song is so catchy, like I can listen to it 3 times in a row and not get tired of it. I rarely listen to Fancy nowadays, although when it comes I still bob to it. But Feel Special is literally that song for me. One of my top songs of 2019, beside the era as a whole, was Chef's Kisses. The styling amazing, the MV breathtaking, the lyrics so meaningful. I mean, what is not to love? One of their best eras for sure, hopefully their next comeback for 2020. They do something on the lines of Feel Special now that Mina is better and healthier, that would be the icing on the cake for me. Next, positions exists in a group for a reason. Not everyone can be an all-rounder. Most idols when they are trained develop one skill more than other, usually the one they excel the most. Like recently I have seen you all hating Leah from Itzy and Momo from Twice, like LOL. Saying one can't dance and the other one can't sing, so they should not be a part of the group. Look, seriously. WTF, guys, grow up. Lee is main vocalist and Momo main dancer of their respective groups, so, of course, they may not be stronger dancer or vocalist of their group. That doesn't make them untalented or less worthy of being in their groups as the other members. They train as hard as all others. In Lee's case, she is a good dancer, but she is in a group with basically 4 main dancers, so, of course, some moves she might miss some moves, and that is totally okay. The same goes for Momo. She actually has a good voice. You can hear her in other stages where her voice actually sounds good, but her main feat is her dancing. That is something she totally dominates. She is one of the best dancers of this generation. So please stop coming for them. The most important is that we all remember that idols are human too, and they are bound to make mistakes or being tired, especially with very demanding choreographies just like one of you or more and more. I know there might be more examples, but these are the ones I saw this year the most. Next, just because a choreography is not backbreaking or knee snapping, that doesn't mean it's not good. I see too many complaints saying this group or this group are not good dancers, or the choreography is too simple that it sucks, and it really makes me sick. You have to realize not every song needs or requires the most intricate and demanding choreography. There is an old saying that says less is more. I swear I see some choreographies that are just too wild, and I'm like, how are they not injured all the time? I know they train a lot to be able to pull off most dances, but some of these have backflips, cartwheels, member lifting, rotating them bare in the air, one member jumping over the other, etc. In my own opinion, I rather have an easy choreography to learn and dance to than the most demanding choreography that I know I won't be able to pull off and constantly worrying if the members are okay. Besides, the more soft choreo makes easy for them to sing the actual song while performing and not go F-key, because then the comments become something like this: they danced so good, but the vocals were weak and unstable. I want my idols to give me vocals, not just a dance show and stuff like that. Just understand you can't have it all, or you have live vocals or impossible choreo. Because in this day and age we want all to be perfect. We want them to sing and dance perfectly, in sync, not to miss a beat and don't look tired, and that is not possible. That is why we get loud backing vocals in case the voice breaks, because the dance is way too hard. I'm not going to get tired to say this loud enough. Idols are human, so their body might act up just like any of us, no matter how much training and rehearsals they get. So you should really appreciate the idols that sing live and that you can actually hear. To end this opinion, please remember you can't have it all and you should be thankful for what your favorites are humanly capable to do. Next, some Western collabs might not be great but are necessary. First of all, I see a lot of comments and videos saying all Western K-pop collab songs suck, and that is not true. For example, BTS's collabs with Steve Aoki are quite good also. Some of them for their BTS World Host are also good. My favorite is Dream Glow with Carly XCX, also Sour Candy of Lady Gaga and Blackpink is a good song, and Kiss and Makeup wasn't as bad as some others make it out to be. Then they are necessary as much as some think K-pop should stay in Korea. The truth is that if you want your favs to become big and break to all markets including the West, these collabs help a lot, and you have to recognize that. I'm not saying a K-pop song can achieve great numbers on their own. Just look at BTS or Blackpink or even Psy before them. All I am saying is that a little Western push isn't a bad thing. It should all come down to the quality of the songs created. I agree some English version of K-pop songs are very questionable, especially in their lyrics, but if you want your favs to really break through in the West, a Western collab might not hurt. So let's not demonize Western collabs so much as if they are the worst thing that ever happened to K-pop. Next, Subunits should be done more in these current generations. Besides SM artists and BTS and their BTS World soundtrack, I don't see many other groups doing them, or maybe I haven't checked enough. Anyway, I'm sure you will let me know if there are more on the comments. Anyway, coming back to this point, I feel subunits give more opportunities to the members to try new things like different sounds, genres and concepts that they haven't done before in their main group. The most recent example is Irene and Suji's subunit, and you can see them trying different things, which I really love to see, and different sides of them as perform. Especially in Irene's case, I always knew she could dance, but in this subunit debut I have been blown away by her moves from Monster, but especially Naughty. That hand choreography is on another level. I know companies nowadays like to give their groups a unity feel, and that is why they might not do it so often, but I do feel the artists do feel the need to try something different, and I think subunits are great for doing that. Just look at second-gen examples like Orange Caramel, C-Star 19, SNSD TTS, etc. They do different concepts than their main groups and were still very successful, and their groups kept going 4 years after that. So let me know which subunits you would like to see from your favorite groups and what concept you would like them to try. Next, solo songs are okay as long as unnecessary fan wars are started. Basing myself from my previous point, all members should get the opportunity to try different things in their career. Just because a member gets a solo, that means the group is in danger or that they want to outshine their members. Most of them get their members' support, so we should support them as well, especially if the music released is good. The problem comes when some fans start saying ridiculous things like X member did not deserve the solo. This other member deserves it more because of X reason, or this member is a traitor. I only stan OTX number of members. And then endless fan wars between OTX members and solo stans become so big, and then the toxicity of that could end up clouding the release. So please, let's all chill, let your favorites release solos. I just imagine how Nayeon's or Jihyun's or Momo's or Jisoo's or Wendy's etc. solo would be, but sound into a concept while they are still in the groups. I mean, if member of your favorite group decides to release a solo, don't automatically hate it, give it a shot, and if you don't like it afterwards, that's okay too. As long as you don't go bashing the member or the group as a whole or the fans that might have liked it. Let idols express themselves as artists as much as their agency lets them be. To finalize, just remember solos are okay. Thank you so much for watching. If I offended anyone with my opinions, I'm sorry. I try to be the most impartial and fair with my opinions. Please let me know in the comments which opinions you agree or disagree in a respectful manner, of course, and some of your own, of course. Remember, being polite is free. Please subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.